Hey guys, welcome back to the Project Bodybuilding podcast. Here with myself, Jeffrey Dripstein, and Gazane Maxwell.
You don't know your wife, homie? You don't know the right-hand man in the Epstein Island?
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I'm glad we can come together. You know, I'm out of witness protection, you're out of jail, and
Yeah, I made it.
and we're wreaking havoc today, talking about something completely unrelated from our careers, but 8 weeks out, Olympia predictions. 8 weeks out, that's a nice round number. It's like it's kind of like when I want to get in shape. I'm like, okay, 8 weeks out, it's time to
Yeah.
start getting rolled because I don't need a full 16-week prep. When I want to get in shape, I don't need 16 weeks. Not that because I don't need to get into that shape, but
Yeah,
8 weeks is a nice round number. It's actually less than that. Actually, we're approaching upon 7 weeks. So what I figured we do is we get some predictions locked and loaded. I want to get a snapshot. I like doing these. I'll do one. I did some at like 16 weeks out. Now it's 8 weeks out. Then we'll do some about 4 weeks out. And then I'll, of course, do my final predictions once we get there. But so how this is going to roll today, Marcus and I are going to establish what we think are the top 12 guys that are probably going to be the top 12 strongest guys in the whole lineup. And then what we are going to do is compare them 1v1. We'll give a thumbs up, thumbs down, every single matchup out of the 12 we pick. And it should give us a nice working list of what we have in our minds heading into 8 weeks out or heading past 8 weeks out. So anyway, Marcus. Oh, excuse me. How do you pronounce your name? I forgot.
Originally Jiz Lane, but after my 8-week transformation, it's now Jiz Gaines.
Jiz Gaines, yeah,
which is
yeah.
the most pause-worthy name in the world. But you know what?
Yeah,
He had a very,
You had my Jiz Gaines the other night.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's like my bodybuilding.com's surname right here.
Oh, okay. Well, anyways, new streaming setup. I can't wait to use this. Oh, what is that? With a click of a button, the 2025 Olympia qualified athletes list, courtesy of Muscle Insight HQ. They're killing it over there. I love their graphics. So sweet. But anyway, we can go through each pro show of the season and just see at a glance with a picture, not just a name, a picture of that version of that bodybuilder who won that particular show. So let's go ahead and start with we got to determine our top 12 and then put them in this tool that I have. But I think there are some very easy names that we're going to be in agreement with.
Yeah.
First off, I guess we can just start in order of this pick. We're going to pick former Mr. Olympia Samson Dowda as part of the top 12.
100%.
Samson, Derek, Arnold Classic winner.
Yep.
Andrew, I don't think I'm getting any pushback there.
Nope.
Nick Walker.
Of course.
Okay. Hottie.
Definitely.
Okay. Okay. Now I do want to keep this discussion a little bit more open, so I think those are the only top 5 I'm going to guarantee. But I think there's still some that we can both be pretty set on. For me personally, I'm going to throw out Martin Fitzwater. He's a top 12 pick.
Definitely, yeah. Okay. Martin, yeah. I mean,
okay.
arguably top 3. I mean, whenever it came
to I like he's my father, right?
No, I remember.
Okay. You throw me out a name.
Brandon Curry.
Okay, I said top 12. Let's be.
Get out of here. Brandon Curry is. If Brandon Curry is not 12, I'm boycotting Olympia next year.
Okay, let's be fair. He did have like a great showing this year at the Arnold, right? He had a great showing this year. Placed 4th. But last year, the year before that, well, I guess a few months before at the Olympia, he placed 9th. That is not too far away from 13th, which is the cutoff. You know what I mean?
We saw him at Arnold. We saw that glimpse of
what?
An improved Brandon.
A little glimmer of hope from some 40-year-old dude.
1,000%. Hope can go a long way, man.
Okay.
Got blind faith.
I'll throw you out a name.
That'd be a good one.
Yeah, let me look. Let me look. Oh, we're not going to count Beirut in this. Sorry to
Yeah, sadly.
disappoint. Sorry to
Yeah,
disappoint,
sadly.
but yeah. Tonio Burton.
Top 12.
Was that an ex
I
was that in
like it. No,
disagreement?
it's ballsy. I like it.
If
I
you
mean,
disagree, you should disagree now
I
because we can't
disagree.
disagree.
Yeah, I disagree.
Okay,
Top
okay, I'll
12.
put
Yeah,
him. I'll put him on the maybe list.
yeah.
I agreed with your Brandon one though. That's why we have 5 more spots.
Okay.
Okay. If you don't like my Tonio pick, do you like my Rafael Brandao pick?
Top 12. Yeah, he's in my top 12.
Okay, we'll go with that one. I guess if you said Brandon, I'll say Bonag.
Of course. Yeah.
Of
Yeah.
course, like that's obvious.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bonex, I think he's in mine. I got one. I got one. I want
Okay.
to chime in. And I think you might disagree with this.
I probably will.
Akeem.
Um, that's a maybe.
Okay.
And I'm a big fan. That's the thing.
Same.
But
Yeah.
but there are a lot of guys. He was exactly 10th last year. And there are some new guys this year, a couple of different factors. I mean, for example, Nick Walker gets injected to the lineup, and that's automatically means one place back because
Everybody.
I'd assume Nick would place ahead of Akeem. So he's automatically now 11th. That means if someone else leapfrogs him or just get like, can Jordan Hutchinson beat him? He wasn't there last year. That would automatically be 12th. Let me chime in and say Nexzilla.
I'm with you.
Okay, we can put him in the mix.
I'm with you. Yep.
2 more names. Oh man. And the reason we didn't do like a full we were going to do 16 names because you rank up to 16, but it would have been, if my math was correct, and by math I mean Google, it would have been 120 combinations and that's insane. But honestly, if this is the only thing we do, which it is, perhaps we can. But we have 2 more spots as is. How are you going to put Rafa but not Tonio?
See, for me, my 2 people who just missed the list is Tonio, Sasan, and Good Vito. Those are my people who are right outside. So I think they'll get, a number. I think they'll be top 16. But I just I don't have them in my top 12.
Okay. Well,
How do you
if we
feel
did
about
make
Regan?
if we did make those guys included into the list, we'd have 1 more spot for a total of 16. And Regan could be the 16th dude. Okay, but even then, we'll have to make some cuts. I kind of want to put Brett top 16.
I mean,
Let me pull him up. This is a conundrum. I'm going to do this video. It's on my list for the fans. I've just done. It's pretty much finalized. I think I'm going to put a few more videos in, and then if I don't get around to them, I won't do them. But the main list is going to be about 20. I don't know if you can see this. About 20, 25.
Is that the official list?
This is the official list on my legal pad.
The official Epstein list right there.
This is the official Epstein list. Yeah, I've been there 168 times. Anyway, there was this one I wanted to do. We have a couple of Olympia debuts. I wanted to do a matchup with Jordan versus Vito versus Brett versus Hassan.
Ooh, I like that because those are those guys right there. Yeah,
exactly. Because I don't know who to even start comparing them to. I'll compare Brett to Tonio because they both did the same show, The Legion.
that's a good one. Yeah,
but even Tonio is kind of a wild card. I don't really know. It's so hard to play someone that's never been at the Olympia. But what do you think about this? Looking at this video, do you think this is a top 12 or a placing physique? Do you think, okay, Regan seems to be the cutoff. I don't know if Regan should be top 16, to be quite honest with you.
Really?
Okay, look, he's done Olympias where he hasn't placed or placed 15th. Bulk of he placed 9th in 2023, but to be fair, there were 15 dudes that were counted. So, it's that was a weaker year in terms of the overall number of people. I think Brett could be pretty comparable to Regan.
Yeah, definitely comparable. I mean, I put it this way. I have Brett and Sasan pretty much rounding out my top 16.
That makes sense. That makes sense to me. Let me take a look at Regan. Let me take a look. I'm just not that into him.
And see, that's and somebody else who I feel like is compare somebody who I can see them surpassing Regan is Good Vito. I
Yeah,
can see Good Vito coming
I
in and being
think
really good.
one of these things I want to do in the series is talk about how good Vito is not all he's cracked up to be. Like I'm going on like all these matchups just illustrate how poor how not ready good Vito is. But with that said, I think he can probably beat someone like Regan. I don't even know if he would. I mean, Regan's gonna get him from the back, probably from the side because Good Vito's chest is not that good. And I mean, from the front, Good Vito has like top 5 shots, like front lat spread, front, well, front double definitely. But I
Yeah,
mean, those are 2 shots.
yeah. I mean,
So
his
honestly,
front shots are really some of my favorites.
I may be more inclined to put Regan over Good Vito.
Yeah, I mean, I put Regan over Good Vito. I have him placing on my list. I have him placing in front of Good Vito by 1 place.
Oh, I'm glad you know this.
It's
Anyway,
right there.
let's take a look at because I think everyone just sees the front double and they're like, "Oh man, this is the wild card
The
of the
quads
show."
are exceptional though. The
Right, right. But
quads are
this
crazy.
it's a physique that is so min maxed, but only like a few things are maxed. Also, this is like the only video that exists from him at this show that's like in decent quality, but it's like edited so much.
Yeah.
But I mean,
And I remember the whenever I hated the lighting or whatever pictures first came out from this show. I was not a fan of because
right.
it made it look beyond dark.
I like how he puts this woman to work. It's like,
Mhm.
excuse me,
It's
bitch.
messed up. She's just I would get my ass whipped for that.
uh, there's just a lot of weaknesses. Like the rear double's still pretty bad. But
Yeah.
there's some strong points. Front double overall conditioning is really good. That's why I kind of want to still keep him in like a placing position, if not a bit higher, because I mean, he's from his entire career in the pro league so far, he's been very conditioned.
Yeah. And I
So
think that's gonna be I think that's gonna be a game changer at Olympia. I think they're going to probably, especially not the top 3, 4, because I think that's a whole different ball game than what we're talking about here. I think
uh
it's gonna be whoever comes in more conditioned when it comes to like that second call out. Those are gonna be the people who are rounding out the middle.
okay. Well, here are our names. We have 0 spots left for 16. Good Vito, Sasan, Akeem, Tonio, Regan, Nexzilla, Bonac, Rafa, Brandon, Martin, Hottie Nick, Andrew, Derek Sampson. The only guy I do want to put on the list is the most recent guy to be qualified twice, actually. He won 2 pro shows, Jordan.
Makes a lot of sense. Yeah, I mean he at this point
I
because
mean,
he can place in front of Brett. He can place in front of Sasan.
he's another guy that I think will probably pass the Regan test. But okay, I gotta say there is like a lot of just completely unsubstantiated hype around Jordan right now. Like he does.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
I
have you
heard the
seen
hype
some of the
train
stuff?
whistle. I heard the whistle. I heard it coming out your mouth just now, man.
Hold on. Let me show you some of these things I've been seeing. Um, so he's been obviously like he's a very complete physique. He's got the shape. He's got a lot of good things going for him, right? But let's take a look at the shows he won. He beat Quentin twice to get there, which I got to be honest. Uh, we talked about this. Where did we say Quentin would place at the Olympia? Like 12th max or something like that.
Personally,
We were kind of harsh.
yeah, yeah. But I mean, dude, there's a lot of like when you look at that top 12, like
Exactly. Someone has to be
yeah.
a loser.
I
So
mean,
a
yeah,
lot of people are.
it's not even a bad thing. Like it's not bad at
Right.
all. You're talking top 16 in the world. Like
But there were some crazy claims around Jordan. Jordan said something today. Let me see if I can find it. It was just on my thing. He said he wants to be top 10 or he's gunning for something higher than 10th. What do you think about that?
I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that because
Okay. Well, I'm not angry at it. I'm not asking you if you like if you like are furious and seeing red with rage.
Can he beat Regan and can he beat Rafael Brandao?
Well, he's more conditioned than Rafael than Rafa. But I don't
Because that
know.
if that's the case, to me, he's right there. He's right there
For
in the top
what?
10.
12?
Top 10. Yeah, I mean anywhere from 12th to like maybe gunning for 10th. So
I'm
on my list,
gunning.
I
Oh,
have
this is
Rubio
5
in
days
10th.
ago. I'm gunning for what did it say? I'm gunning for higher than 10th place. Okay, and then
Good for
some
him.
smarty pants in the comments, some genius, Drew Lockshin. Oh boy. Oh boy. Anyway, he said top 5 exclamation mark
Sometimes we
fire
need those
emoji.
confidence builders around us. Sometimes we need those little glimmers of light in our life. You know what I'm saying? Just, building up that ego. Dickhead.
What? Hold on.
Oh shit. Yeah, the issue is he's not beating. He's not gonna, he's not gonna, all respect to Jordan. Crazy showings just recently. But
Oh, it says I couldn't post my comment. Oh, oh no. But the point still stands. The point still stands.
IG cock blocked you live on air.
Yeah, really. Okay.
Just to
And then
keep
okay,
making
but to be
away.
fair, if I had Jay Cutler saying I'm a top 4 threat, then I would be a little confident too. Maybe too confident. Now Jay said this, and I was going to do a video on this because I'm not going to play the full clip, but basically he said in the future Jordan has all the tools to eventually be top 4. I don't think that's true either, but that's at least a little more plausible because I think he will have a very good career. But
Yeah,
like
yeah.
even to make the claim that like he could be top 4 soon, where where did you find this kind of claim? Like where this has to be one of the worst takes I've ever seen in my entire life, and it's from Jay Cutler.
I will say, so like I think I don't know what video you're talking about. However, I do feel like I get the meaning of it as far as everything that he has to offer. I mean, very good overall
Everything that he has to
physique.
offer. That sounds
Yeah,
kind of hot.
everything. I mean, he just showed up 2 weeks in a row, man. He's
Yeah.
looking good. He's looking good. He's on a little streak. But I mean, I understand the hype train. But yeah, I mean, of course, not on top 4. I mean, I wouldn't even, first call out. Like, I think even in the context of Jay being nice and being like, hey, no, he has all the tools. Like, this guy can have a great future and quote, be a future of bodybuilding. Because anybody who plays in top 10 is a future of bodybuilding. But so I understand what
Like
he
Patrick Moore.
means. But I mean, yeah, I mean, he's not. I mean, everybody you just named, I don't see him beating. And that's going to be, and I don't see him beating them anytime soon. To
Yeah,
be
the
real.
back isn't that good, and the thing is, like Regan does have a really good back.
Regan has an incredible shape and aesthetic to him.
Yeah,
100%.
I think he is just kind of like it's going to be who's sharper. I think Regan and like Jordan are pretty comparable, but as Justin Wyatt 24 says, wild and powerful. Have you ever described a physique like that? Wild and powerful.
He
That's
got the West
crazy.
Virginia physique, the wild and wonderful.
Pause. But okay. Well, if we want to put Jordan on the list,
List for top 16?
we'll have to take someone out, or we can just run with 17, I guess. But I mean,
Jesus. We're gonna be mathing this bitch, man. The issue is,
okay,
so
we
like,
can
all
take
right,
someone out. We can
do you
take
have
out a
him
king.
beating
We can
Brett?
take out Sasan.
So you think
Oh, I
Brett's
didn't
gonna
even
be
put
Sasan?
Brett on there. Oh crap. Okay. That's 10, 10 names plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. So we'd have to take off one name to make a top
Currently, we
16.
got Samson, Nick, Derek, Hottie, Andrew, Martin, Brandon Curry,
Yep.
Akeem, William,
Mm-hmm.
Rubio. That's 10 right there. Rafael Brandao, 11.
Yep.
Regan, 12. Good Vito 13, Tonio 14,
Mhm.
Sasan 15, Brett 16, and then yeah, Jordan would be like the 17.
I gotta be honest. I think does Akeem fall out of that top 16?
Not in my eyes, man. I got high hopes for Akeem, dude. To be real, I think Akeem's gonna be better than Sasan,
Yeah,
Brett,
I think
and
by
Jordan.
placings we have to remove Sasan. Like, let's not forget, although the New York Pro package was good, he placed 5th behind people that didn't even end up qualifying this season.
True.
And I'm not trying. I really like Sasan. I think he can catch every guy around this tier that we're talking about if they're off, which a lot of this tier will be off because they're just rookies, or that's why they're so low to begin with because we don't know what the condition will be. But I mean, he placed behind Miguel Crizzo, and he gave up. he's gonna compete in the 2026 season. He placed. Let's just take a look. Hold on, let me take a
So you
look.
got all right. So this is real easy right here. Brett, Jordan, Sasan. Give me that order.
Brett, Jordan. Man, I wish
Sasan.
I would have done that comparison now. Brett, Jordan, Sasan. I think it's going to be Brett and Jordan, then Sasan.
Okay.
That Sasan is just, well, if you take a look at the results, he placed, okay, he lost to Regan Grimes, but beat him later? Or no, Regan beat him twice this season. No, Regan beat him twice, but he ended up winning the third one? No. What do I even know? What do I even know? So they did the Cali Pro. Yeah, I'm thinking they did an extra show.
Well, at the Cali, that's where I
That's where
believe
Sasan won.
yeah, and
No,
Regan got second. Yeah.
no, that was Toronto.
That was Toronto. Yeah. So Regan who
They competed 3 times together, no? This
New
season.
York, Cali,
Yep.
and Toronto.
Because Regan won Cali, and then Sasan won Toronto. Yeah. And then Regan would have placed second in Toronto, and Sasan would have placed second in Cali. They both didn't place. Neither of them won the New York Pro, but Regan got the better of him there as well by a placing.
And granted, fifth at New York Pro is looking like a pretty damn strong feat when you got Bonac, Walker, Crizzo, Grimes.
I
Not
think
too bad.
Sasan has to be out, respectfully.
I understand that. I get it.
And I think that's a good place to leave to cut off because we can leave it out the caveat with Sasan's incredible condition can be a lot of these guys 16th through 12th, but a lot of guys have to be off. I think his placing is pretty determinative by other people.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
Yeah.
If Regan's
Okay.
off, he plays in front of Regan. That type of situation.
Well, let me add these guys to the list. Oh, okay. Derek, I think it's 16. I hope we don't have to cut another out. Andrew. And we'll go through some updates as well periodically while we do this. Because we're looking at updates and making some predictions as well. I know you like to look at the pictures.
Got a good imagination.
I don't need imagination when I have men on my screen. Okay. And then we left Sasan out. So that's Tonio, Regan. Regan gets the stay. Jordan.
Got like a good Vito.
Brett. Good Vito and Akeem. Bro, who added Akeem in here?
What about Rubiel?
He was already added.
Oh.
Let me make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, that's our top 16. Samson, Derek, in no particular order yet. Samson, Derek, Andrew, Nick, Hottie, Martin, Brandon, Rafa, Bonac, Nexilla, Tonio, Regan, Jordan, Brett, Akeem, Good Vito. Pretty solid top 16. We left off Sasan, of course, but there are, I think, some other guys.
And the Asian.
Yeah, and the Asian. And whoever gets qualified to the next couple of shows. We have Texas was already done. We have 2 more shows of the season: Pro Muscle Italy and the Europa. And it sounds like Quentin probably will win one.
Yeah.
He's doing both. Sergio is doing both, or maybe just Pro Muscle Italy. So we could have 2 different names. We could just have one. But I think we'll have another name at least added to the list before the Olympia season. Anyway, let's go to the comparison tool. Marcus, have you ever done any one of these?
No, this is
Okay. So
my first time.
Yeah, it is your first time. That's not what you told me on the island. So basically, as you can see here, it'll compare each name. So why I like using this tool, you know, when you have to think of the top 16 and you have to like, well, how am I going to rank all these guys? I couldn't possibly think of the whole lineup at once. So that's why I do comparisons, and they're usually 1v1. But in order to do it at a glance, you can just do something like this. It's going to give us every one of the matchups, 120 matchups we have to go through, but some of them will be easy, like this one. And you just pick A or B, and it'll tell you who wins the most matchups.
So we're definitely doing B for this one.
What? Okay. Yeah, but some of these, Derek, obviously, Samson over Good Vito.
Clearly.
Okay. But now we get some interesting ones like this.
Yeah.
Brett versus Jordan. I showed you Brett earlier. I mean, that boy's hot.
I'm going to just say it. I think Brett.
Oh, hold on. I need to refresh myself with Brett again. Again, Olympia debut coming in hot. So he's very complete. He gets pretty shredded, but he's a little small.
Yeah.
Does that mean anything to you? How much does size matter?
I think it matters a lot, man. Pause, but definitely think it matters a lot. And I think that we've just seen Jordan really just come in great condition both times. Has the size to beat a Brett. So
does he? I think Brett would actually be a little more thickly muscled, a little more round. And I think his back is a little better.
More space. Yeah.
I mean, okay, hold on. I got to see the back.
Yeah,
I got to see the back. That's better than Jordan's. Not by much, but I would say it's better than Jordan's. We can go to Jordan's though.
Yeah.
Yeah, overall very similar.
Yeah, this one's actually one of the harder ones, to be real.
Wow, we're only 3 in and we're already stumped. Look at those puny arms on Jordan. Can you come on? You got to go with Brett. Tighter midsection on Brett, I must say.
Definitely. I think this guy has a little bit, better shape overall, like the aesthetic from compared to Brett. But I think that when you kind of break it down, I do feel like Brett can place over Jordan.
Brett's waistline is better, but overall Jordan's proportions are a little better, like just from the actual structure itself, I think.
Yeah.
But you take a look at this back and tell me Brett's isn't a little better. He's speechless. He doesn't even know what to say. That's enough of that. I'm picking Brett.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I said in two. I said that to begin with. Like, is it easy? Oh, well, almost fucked up there.
I have Nick over Tonio. I think that's a pretty easy one. 100%. Are you gonna you wanted Brandon Curry on this list, top 12? Are you taking the sleeper Brandon Curry, regenerating to his prime self and beating Nick Walker? Pick?
No, not Nick.
Okay. Could we up the ante on this one? Martin versus Nick. I got to be honest. If Martin was on at the Pittsburgh, people are going to be so sick of this. If Martin was on at the Pittsburgh, I'm not saying he would have beaten Nick. I'm saying he definitely should have beaten Derek had he been on, but that should have been the top 2. Again, like in the 2024 New York Pro. I think Martin and Nick have this kind of rivalry going. Gets me going every time. But Martin has shown some inconsistency, to put it bluntly.
Yeah.
Some of the, like, Pittsburgh was awful. I mean, he had to apologize for it. Bonac, a lot of people were arguing that Bonac could have beaten that Martin. So let's assume that they're both on. Let's just assume everyone's on. I guess if it gets closer, we can say the inconsistency breaks the tie. So since this is close, I think I can say I'm more confident in Nick's chances. You know, I love Martin. I think we both say his physique is better. He's my favorite physique out there right now, probably.
Awesome.
He's my father. You know, I look up to him,
Understood.
especially when I'm on my knees. But we gotta face reality. He hasn't shown up the greatest at his past couple of shows. The Prague was okay. I defend it.
Yeah.
Pittsburgh was not. So,
No. Yeah. I mean, to me personally, like, not taking anything away from it, it's not to say it's an easy answer, because I kind of agree with you. I think that Martin, you want to talk about the future. I think that he's the future. I think that, this is future, personally. Just a Punk Cutler, different guy though.
We gotta pick Nick.
100%.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
100%.
Bonac versus Rafa? Or
Bonac.
excuse me, Rafael.
Rafa?
Really? Okay. Hold up. Hold up here. Why do you think Bonac's going to beat Rafa in the new age of aesthetics?
Dude, Bonac's just been on a fucking killing spree.
Okay, yeah. When I do obscure European shows that no one's heard of. Okay, dude, take a look at this.
Put it this way, New York, when I saw Bonac at the New York Pro, and he legit,
you shed a white tear.
Not, I mean, dude, Nick beats him, of course, but he's not far off. Like, he's not far off.
Okay.
He's not, dude. He's not, like, I'm not saying
everyone
he's not
in
far
the
off,
comments
like,
boo this man.
No. So obviously, I'm saying Nick is clearly. I don't think Nick will be anything below top 3, top 4, 100%. Like, I do not believe he'll be below that at all.
But when you push it to a top 2, you can see why Bonac is so good.
Between them at that New York Pro, yeah, right. like yeah, he was he looked really good, and that's why, like, I haven't been proven this by Brandao yet, and Bonac has.
I'm gonna pull something up for you. It's called the scorecard. It's called the scorecard from last year's Olympia. Once I find it. Okay. So this is 2023. Okay. Why would they keep that on their website? Who is running the Mr. Olympia website? I saw Hassan Mustafa on there, and I was like, why is this a thing? Okay. I need the scorecard specifically because I want to show you something. Maybe there are Google images. Results. That's 2023. That's okay. NPC News Online is coming in. Clutch. What we have here, I want you to pay attention. Rafael Brandao had a score of 35 at the prejudging. That is straight 7th place. He fell heavily at finals because he was like withered away. Apparently, he was like training that day for the finals because he had his nerves worked up. Just the word on the street. But as you can see, him and Bonac flipped scores at the night show. If he just would have maintained that, Rafael would have had his place. Rafael was beating Bonac when Rafael shows up. I don't want to say at his best, but like when he shows up like Rafael Brandao, like his condition needs work, his back needs more filled in, he needs more size overall. Yeah. But the judges like that look, and they think he's doing enough conditioning and mass-wise to beat someone like Bonac. Now, Bonac wasn't at his best at the Olympia, but I mean, he's pretty consistent. Like, he wavers about like 5% between shows. So
dude, I'm like so strongly Bonac.
Really?
Yeah, 100%. Like,
okay,
100%.
We'll do it since you feel so strongly about it.
I mean, you could. I'm like, trust me. I clearly Hafa is your, that's your Hafa. All right. So,
yeah,
I get it, but
okay, we'll go with Bonac.
I think that's a good little. I think that's a great comparison.
Maybe I'll put it on the list. I did it last year. Okay.
That's a good one. Yeah. Personally.
Andrew over Jordan. You know, these two are training partners. I think they're a lot alike, but right now Martin is clearly ahead.
Yeah.
Do you think Martin off loses to Rafa if he's like how he was at the prejudging last year?
Personally, I think I'm getting any of this. I'm going Martin.
Well, yeah, I'm definitely going Martin here, but yeah, I'm just saying
I honestly, dude, I even think on Hoffa does not beat
an off Martin.
Like, you know what I mean?
Okay, what about Pittsburgh Martin, where he was like gushing? he was soaked.
See, it does make a difference. That makes a difference, but I still just
Rafa has some troubles with that too, though. He can get a little emotional out there.
And it's so tough to sit there and be like, oh, the best version of this person versus the worst version. You
know, right. It was just some food for thought. But anyway, Rafa versus Regan, Brett versus Regan, excuse me.
I'm going Regan on this one. I don't know how you feel,
bro.
You just don't like Regan.
Who would? What is there to like?
Me and all the gay people you were talking about before.
Oh yeah, he does have a large gay following.
Shout out to Regan, man. I think that but he is inconsistent as well.
Right.
You got to say that. And you know, Brett, we haven't seen on Olympia stage like that. So,
man, I think whoever once I do that top 4 Olympia debuts, I'll have to compare them to Regan, because clearly that's like that's what we're getting so hung up on. How does Hassan do against Regan? How does Brett do against Regan? How does Jordan do against Regan? I'll have to do something like that.
Everyone versus Regan.
Yeah, for now, I'll just pick the known quantity. I'll go with Regan. Martin over Akeem. Good Vito versus Brett. Another one of those that's going to be in my top 4 of the debuts. I have, people are not going to like this.
No, they're not.
Brett. Look past the rear double, Marcus. Open your eyes.
All right. Do you think that Brett has the overall? How do you compare them size-wise?
Excuse me. Size-wise? Sorry, I got a little choked up when I was thinking about the sheer size of these men. But Good Vito is bigger structurally, but Brett is more complete. He's going to beat him in the rear double. Rear lat spread's going to be close. I think even Brett probably beats him from the side. Like, from the side is what gets me so hung up on Good Vito. He doesn't have the density in the pecs. The side tricep doesn't. I mean, yeah, great side leg. I get that. But to me, he's just a lackluster Akeem at that point, because Akeem has a great side leg and a lot more thickness and density up top. That's actually one of the matchups I'm doing, Good Vito versus Akeem, because I think they're both missing backs. So
yeah,
I think they're pretty comparable. But so you pick Good Vito, why? Overall size, overall structure, shape?
I think that overall size and shape, man. I mean, granted, don't get, Brett has incredible shape, and I think that I think that when you stand Good Vito next to some of these people, he might actually be able to compare well.
What?
100%. I think that he's going to be able to compare well. Like, I mean, Brett too. Don't get me wrong. Brett will compare well too, but I just think that
Good Vito isn't even that tall, bro.
No, he's not. No, but I mean, it's still, dude. I think that I got the last one, so you can get this one. As far as, if you want to.
I feel like I completely understand the argument. This is why I think Good Vito may do better than I want him to. I don't know if it's a want type of thing, but it's just like the structure. The structure just is a lot better than pretty much like. I mean, he'll beat guys like, is his structure better than Bonax? Yeah, but Bonax a top 10 guy.
Yeah.
Is his structure better than Tonio's? Yeah. Is the overall size better than that guy? Yeah. Better than Betts? I'd even say his structure, like with the proportions, with the crazy quads and everything, I'd say it's better than Regan's, even though Regan's taller, I think Regan just ends up looking lanky. Like maybe his structure, his actual bone structure is great, but the problem is there's no muscle on it, so he just ends up looking long and weird.
Yeah, at the New York Pro, like whenever he first came out, whenever he just completely faded, he looked a little like lengthy. You know what I mean? He looked like limb to
Right.
limb muscle lanky, but the conditioning was the best there, and then it just kind of spilled out.
You know what? I'll go with you again on this one. I'll pick Good Vito. But I really am excited. That's one of the most excited I am for a comparison on
I
this
want to
list.
hear your take on this one.
Brandon versus Nexzilla. Ooh. Okay. Hold on.
I want to hear your take.
Let's
I
go.
feel like you're gonna have a shocking take. I don't know. It's just
Does Rep 1 have a video of Brandon at the Arnold? I'll have to probably dig for it. Yeah, it's gonna be okay. I can go to Super Saiyan. Super Saiyan always comes in clutch. Love that guy. Anyway, here is Brandon versus Bonac is fine. You know, Brandon was very good at the Arnold this year. And but the thing is, I can see this going a couple of ways. Brandon's condition, even like here at the Arnold, it was still like he was like really hard, pretty dry, but like still not like that condition. This is the most condition we've seen him in a while, maybe even ever.
yeah,
But like even then, like is he like that far away from Nexzilla? I mean, like in the grand scheme of things, probably not. So does Nexzilla win on overall size? Are they going to go with out with the old, in with the new?
and that's the issue.
That
Sometimes
is
I
the
feel
issue.
like, yeah, with Olympia especially, I think that it's rare to get that nod. And I think of all people, Nexzilla might have to fight for that nod.
You
Granted, he's
know,
doing it.
I made the mistake last year of trying to, because it's going to happen at some point. I tried to pinpoint Brandon's fall because pretty much unless you retire like in the midst of your great career, you're going to have a slip before you really start thinking about retirement, which that's just the natural order of things. But when is that going to be for Brandon, especially with like this rejuvenated physique from the Arnold? When is that going to be? I predicted what I did last year. I said he was going to be like 10th or something, or no, he was like going to be no. I predicted him a lot higher than that. I think I did the opposite the year before or something like that. It's just so weird with Brandon because the judges clearly like his look,
Yeah.
with whatever he brings. But at the Arnold, he was actually bringing something really good.
Yeah.
So I
I
don't know.
mean,
What do you think? I think I'm still going to choose Brandon over Nexzilla, but
yeah.
I
I
get why you're asking. I get why you're
yeah, yeah,
asking.
yeah. Uh, and I think the last showing we saw of Rubiel was just incredible. But
Mid,
I thought
incredibly mid.
yeah, I liked it. I like seeing it. It was finally in the like. I hate when I see certain like I feel the same way about like Carlos Thomas, right? Carlos Thomas, we've seen him look like complete, like not to be whatever, but just like not his best. And waiting for that showing, and I feel like we finally got that from Rubio, like just a good
Okay,
showing. So
so there's a lot of some Nexzilla hype. I know
rightfully
Nex.
so.
Yeah, I get it. No one else looks like this, and that could be an advantage. It will be an advantage. Like
Yeah,
no one else looks like this.
yeah,
I know Muscle Discord's on the Nexzilla hype train. He's making arguments like, well, kind of like what I do for on behalf of Nexzilla. No one else looks like this, and like his muscle separation in a lot of areas is pretty good. But I mean, at the end of the day, when you turn around, like there are guys that are way more conditioned in their off season.
yeah, yeah. And I do think that that's something that he is probably going to work on. And I do feel like chipping away slowly. I think another person like that is a Gatonio, to where it's a very hard to compare physique. Uh, he has a very unique build when you compare him to the others on that stage, and I feel like someone like an Exilla has that same plight behind his name.
Do you think he'll get more shredded now that he's going to the Olympia? Because the word on the street is that he just doesn't like bodybuilding that much. But going to the Olympia, does he kind of get it into high gear now?
Or does it backfire? And he
And he's like,
finally
"Oh, I've
cares
made it to
again.
the Olympia. I'll be there anyway. I've already qualified. I can just come in." Because like he did 3 shows, won 2 of them. They were kind of weaker, but only got like a few percent better, like from Dubai from, or what is this? It was like the Mr. Big Evolution. There's another one called the Mr. Big Man, but I think this is the Mr. Big Evolution. He only got like in total between these three shows, the whole span, like 5% better. And he threw that bone to the audience, and everyone was like, "Oh wow, look how much better he's getting. This is crazy." It's just the fact that he is so big that any improvement like really counts.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, like, look at those glutes.
Yeah. And the thing is, that's right.
Look at the back. Look at the hamstrings. I mean, the density and the thickness in the legs is unreal. But he's going to have some condition. Maybe, I don't know, because here's the thing. Andrew and Samson get so far with subpar condition because their shape is head and neck above everyone else.
Yeah.
Well, Nexzilla has something that's head and neck above everyone else, that being the mass and thickness. So, where they're both, these guys are leaving condition on the table, but both bringing something stellar, something that no one else can replicate. In Nexzilla's case, even more so. So, I mean, I feel like some of the Olympia placings or some of the Olympia guys, it kind of is a pick and choose thing with how much condition matters and doesn't.
Yeah.
Because, like I said, I remember when people got mad at Andrew beating Sasan this year. Do you remember that at FIBO? Okay, so they were upset that, Sasan is a lot more conditioned. Of course he should win. And I knew he wouldn't. And I was talking to like people behind the scenes, just like my friends and things. I was like, you can't. Of course he's not going to win because you've let Andrew win and everyone said, oh, Andrew's a little off. Okay, he's been allowed to win with this type of condition before. Why wouldn't he win here? He's been compared with a lot more conditioned guys. Sasan is one of the more conditioned guys he's faced, but I mean, like, that doesn't change anything. No. He gets by with subpar condition anyway. So what makes this any different?
Yeah. He's one of those guys where you can go into pretty much half of these damn shows and can be at completely off and still win. At somebody's best at that and still win.
I think once Nexzilla gets look, that could happen to him.
100%. And you kind of alluded to that earlier, as far as this guy has something nobody else has. So you stand him next to these people. Once he actually cracks that code to where the judges now see what they weren't able to see before. And what I mean by that is just kind of getting to that point to where he brings up something else, aka in this point, the conditioning, the back, whatever it be. Once that time comes, it'll be very hard to deny him. The same thing with like a Nick Walker and so on. You know, they bring this nuttiness that just, it's hard to replicate.
Nutty. Anyway, what was even the matchup we were talking about? Brandon.
Brandon. Yeah, it is Brandon. But
we did have, as these different guys come up, we only have to talk about them once, and then we can kind of keep going through this at a faster pace. Yeah. This is one that's on my list. Nexzilla versus Andrew. I have Andrew. Let me ask you, what is your opinion on this one?
Andrew. I mean, but it's dope because we just kind of talked about it. We just kind of put these guys in the same little basket or big ass basket to where Andrew already has that nod. He's automatically probably going to be a first call out guy. Even if Nexzilla looks comparable, there could be somebody comparable. There's somebody who might be between them. He's just, he's not at that level yet. Andrew's already shown improved at this point, year after year, that he is able to be a top guy. And it's just, to me, it's almost damn near easy. Like, this is aside from Samson, this is the best shape to me personally.
Perhaps even better.
Yeah. I mean, 100%. If I'm making a statue, but this is my statue,
Yeah. A little goon shrine.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. The new NBA logo right here.
Because he's black?
And tall as shit, too.
Oh, okay. Yeah, like this condition, this is the FIBO show that we were just talking about. People were saying, oh, he's a bit off. I mean, like, compared to what? Because he always is off. Like, big deal. Like, oh, he doesn't have glute feathers. Sasan does. Yeah, he beats guys like Sasan. And the thing is, I agree with these people that say Andrew should not be placing as well as he does because he's missing conditioning. I'm kind of I'm kind of old school like that. I prefer the condition a lot of the
Yeah,
times
yeah.
as a tiebreaker. Nowadays, it seems to be that shape is the tiebreaker, um, or it's the difference maker, I guess I should say.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah.
so that's why Andrew gets so far ahead. I'm not saying Sasan should have beat him, but Andrew is often beating guys that are more conditioned and more complete than him, only because Andrew has better shape. And I don't necessarily agree with that all the time. In fact, I disagree with it more often than not.
Do you think that because Andrew has
Oh,
such
look,
a
there are us.
overpowering
There's us.
Wait, wait.
Wow. That's hot. Anyway,
Yeah, whenever the AI
yo,
first come
what
out,
is
we were all
this?
impressed by that.
Yo, I didn't know Andrew was like that. Andrew, I can't believe Andrew died and went to Snow Bunny heaven.
I mean, we saw how he does the splits, man.
Yeah, they're into that.
But the point I wanted to make very quick is like with Andrew, do you think that because his just overall look when he comes out, because it is so overpowering, it's very hard to even like shot for shot, right? Shot for shot, there's people who destroy him from the back, pause. But like, even with that
Right.
being said, and he kind of has lackluster side poses at times in the way he poses them. But with that being said, do you think that he is so just overbearing from the front that it's
That's
kind of hard to
definitely
give anybody else that
a
nod?
big part of it. And
Yeah,
it's not that he's overwhelming in shape, it's that it's in size. It is that he's overwhelming in shape and structure.
yeah,
Like that's just what's in now. That's just what's in. Phil Heath used to come out and like blow everyone pause out of the water in terms of condition and completeness. And
yeah,
that was the standard. Now it's shape and the
yeah.
full round muscle bellies and the small waist and all that. Um Now with that said, going forward in this Olympia series, I'm actually going to compare a lot of guys against Andrew, but with Andrew's best versions combined. So I really like how he hit the side poses. At least I liked it more at the Arnold this year compared to how he's hit them in the past. So I think if he can keep like this great, like I think he wins the side chest against a lot of guys. I'm going to be
100%.
honest.
Yeah,
I'm going to be really honest.
yeah.
But
That was such a good move for him to change it up. I mean, it's so much better.
so if I combine the side poses of this year with with the overall shape and flow of the 2024 Texas, I think if he can merge these two things,
Yep.
we
God.
can be looking at something that's a lot more dangerous than even I anticipated.
Yeah. Yeah. Because that Texas man, especially the back shots, was just
How,
that was the really.
how are the back shots in
I
Texas?
know. I knew. I 100% knew it was gonna be
Well, you know
crazy.
what they say, everything is in fact bigger in Texas.
And then I was gonna follow it up with I was blown away by.
Oh, you were blown away.
We got to get off
Wow.
this island, man. Got to get off the island. But
Yeah.
yeah, no, I think I concur, man. That if you take those two, yeah, it's almost.
Well, I don't
I
know if I
think
can
that
take them both at the same time.
no, there's no way. Pause my existence, but I do think that if you if you start to mesh the best versions of Andrew, especially a lot from that 2024 Texas, you have somebody who's arguably fucking top two at Olympia, man. Like, or has the ability to be that because he
I've already
already has.
done this comparison. Who do you have winning the side chest? I made the call that Andrew wins the side chest over Nick Walker.
Andrew, yeah, for this shot right here, Andrew. That is Andrew.
It's just he has these round the muscle
Look at the
bellies
fucking shoulder and tricep, dude.
and the overall size. I mean, and like
The
he does
leg.
have good detail from the front. So
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. Anyway, want to make sure I'm not out on an island there. Well, that island at least. Let
Or
me pull this
Andrew
back
got a
up.
lot of his just due just now.
Pause. Hold on, I gotta share my screen again. I don't know why that did that. Okay, who are we on? Oh, Andrew over Nexilla.
It
Hottie
was
over
the
Regan.
Andrew shadow just casting over you just now. Just all black screen. It was the white chicks, Terry Crews moment.
Derek over. I
Man, get the
didn't.
sun. Akeem over Todio.
I have Tony over Akeem. Do you disagree?
Yeah, I disagree.
bro.
Yeah, I disagree.
Why?
Because I really like I think that Akeem's physique is crazy. Granted, from the back, yeah, no. Like from the back is not the best. I love dude, Akeem Williams is like up there for me. Like to me,
Clearly,
yeah,
clearly.
yeah, yeah. That's my little whatever you want to call it.
Okay,
That's
let's
my
think about
that's
it. I don't have this comparison. I'm not doing this one, but let's go think about it shot for shot. Front double, Akeem. Okay, front lat spread, Tonio.
that is yeah, but man, when Tony, I'll agree by not looking at them on the same stage. I agree with Tonio being that front lat spread.
Side chest, Akeem.
Yeah, easy.
Rear double, definitely Tonio. Rear lat spread, probably Tonio.
Yeah.
Side
Side tricep,
tricep, Akeem.
Hakeem.
Abs
Most
and
muscular.
thighs, Tonio. Most
Most
muscular.
muscular. Most muscular.
4 to 4.
You
Look,
get to the most muscular and it's Hakeem.
okay, but the thing is, 4 to 4. If it's tied game on poses, who's the biggest loser out of anyone in that in the poses?
Well, see, that's okay,
It's
but look at it like that.
Akeem's rear
Think about
double.
that. Side shots. The side shots for Hakeem to me are going to
They're going to be big
blow.
wins, not like Tonio's rear double over Akeem though.
Yeah, that's but man, we are this is gonna stay a tie, I feel like, because I know you
Well, we can't have
strongly
a
feel
tie.
like I know we can. You can take the win for this one if you
I
want.
will.
Yeah, you can take that one.
we
You can
gotta
take
we
it.
gotta speed it up. Jordan
I
versus
know
Hadi.
it
Okay,
fucking
Samson versus Nick. I know a lot of people are hopeful about Nick, and I always say this: I love Nick. Perhaps he should be winning because this is open bodybuilding. But if he and I probably would pick him to win over Samson. I'm doing this matchup eventually because that's just what I like personally. But in terms of the judges, that's what we're really thinking about here. We're making predictions about who's going to place where. Nick is probably not going to beat a half decent Samson. He didn't at the 2023 Arnold. He should have. He didn't. He didn't beat an off Derek at the 2025 Pittsburgh. He should have.
should have.
So it stands to reason that even though I'm reluctant to say this.
Yeah.
I think Samson's going to win over Nick, even though I'd prefer the other outcome. Probably.
Yeah. Biased if I'm going off of not trying to put like being a betting man in the actual predictions where they're going to place. These are my top two. But obviously, you take all that into consideration, aka the judging, where they're really going to place. These people might even place fifth, not fifth. I'm not going to go that crazy, but I do think they might be the fourth and third instead of first and second. So I agree with you that as far as if we're trying to make a prediction, and if I'm putting some money on it,
we are.
Samson.
That is the criteria. Okay.
Yeah.
Glad we're in agreement there. Samson over Rafa.
Easy.
Hadi over Bonac.
Easy.
Hadi over Rafa.
Yep.
Good Vito over another one of those top four. You picked. Who's the last one that came up? Brett versus Good Vito. You had Good Vito, so we went that way. Are you going kind of like Jordan again or Good Vito? I think if Good Vito's beating Brett, I'm going to pick him here over Jordan.
I have him placing over all those people that like as far as Jordan, Hassan.
I have Tony over Jordan.
100%.
Oh, 100%. Okay.
100%.
This is not to be a bearer of bad news. On the Samson issue, Nick versus Samson, I really like Samson. I really do.
Yeah.
But to me, Nick should always be beating Derek. Never should Derek be winning. But it pains me to say this. I think Derek's probably going to place ahead.
Hey, I mean, so see, I get why you're saying that. No, I get why you're saying that. Like, as far as I get why you're saying that just because but I don't agree at all. I think that I agree with what you're actually really saying. Nick should be winning. Nick should win. We're talking about men's open bodybuilding. Nick should be winning this.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm putting my house on it, I agree with what you're saying.
Okay, let me ask you this. Nick's best version at the Pittsburgh, Derek's worst version this year at the Pittsburgh. We both think Nick should have won. What 100%. About Nick's Pittsburgh Pro version versus Derek's really good version from the 2025 Arnold Classic. It gets closer for sure. Does
Yeah.
does Nick come out ahead? What do you think?
Personally, man, that was a really good Derek. Because that Derek beat Samson.
Well, hold on. There's some updates from Derek that we can look to. This is 9 weeks out. Okay. It's very crazy that his abs and thighs was better than the offseason. I think it's just because his stomach is fuller, but anyway. Well, not the offseason, but leading up to the prep,
Yeah.
leading up to the show day.
I always find that crazy because he'll have some gym shots where he just shows his abs and it's like
It's just because his stomach is fuller and it pushes the abs more against the skin. That's what it is. It has to be.
Yeah. Because it does not replicate on stage at all.
No, not even close, honestly. But I got to be honest. I think it's just going to be kind of it all comes down to the leg size because everyone's always bitching about Nick's legs. Oh, they're stubby and whatnot. Okay. Are we not going to pretend Derek was walking on stilts at the Pittsburgh Pro? like let's be real here.
Well, if he told you his weight, you wouldn't believe him, by the way.
Was it like 230?
I have no idea. No, the caption, if I told you my weight, you wouldn't believe it.
Well, Derek is so small. I don't know if he wants me to guess more or less.
I'm thinking for him to say that it was definitely more. Like that, I think that.
Oh man, bro finally hit 225 in his prep. But
you're doing the sign, man.
This is him at the Arnold. Oh, that's not a very good video. I've seen better. I think that's probably the most recent prep update. Yeah, that's like relevant. Is there a video from the Pittsburgh? I doubt it. I wouldn't repost that on my Instagram. I'd be embarrassed.
I feel like him and Nick are going to be a long-standing rivalry, dude.
I think I think so too.
Yeah.
Look, I think if Derek shows up at the Pittsburgh, it's going to be a lot harder to justify his win. If he shows up like he does at the Pittsburgh, it's going to be hard for him to, because they've placed him lower before, like going from first to third last year. That's crazy. I didn't expect that. But I mean, like this Pittsburgh Pro package, I'm going to do this comparison, by the way. I don't even know if it like beats 2025 Brandon. Or I think it probably does, but it would be a lot closer than people think.
Yeah, I think that if he would have came like this for the last Olympia, I think that they would have been able to put him over Martin.
Yeah,
like I
think a lot of people were already saying that.
Yeah.
I'm looking for the Arnold video because we haven't talked about Derek yet, so I'd like to now.
See, my issue is my bias is going to lean towards, like, when it's, Nick and Derek, it's going to lean towards Nick, 100%.
Personally, of course, but you and I both know that if we were putting money on it, we'd have to go with.
Yeah, I mean, granted, who knows? Like, it's a business, and I'm not trying to say anything, but Nick is a hot commodity.
Getting political.
Yeah, I mean.
Well, that's what we do here at the island.
I think we
like 100%. To get political.
You're all welcome.
Yeah. Party lines mean nothing to us. Okay, but I think we can talk. We've played that out. We're picking Derek, but we both agree. Well, I would say this. If they're both at their best, I think Nick should win. But if they're both at their best, and Derek has the shape going for him, which he always does, but also good mass and good condition, they'll always pick Derek.
So,
harsh reality. Nick versus. Oh, I have a hot take here. We have to talk about Hottie. This is like the last of the top 4 we haven't talked about yet.
Yep.
I think Hottie falls this year.
Really?
Not like he's like gonna die. Okay, I'm not saying that, but I don't even think he's gonna slip dramatically. I think he'll still be in the top 5, but even a slip to 4th, and the physique is not better. That is quite a slip when you've been top 3 for the past however many years, 5 or 6 or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Or you've been top 4 since you've been at the Olympia.
Yeah.
And you probably still could have been third in 2020 period. But
See, my brain almost thinks the opposite of your take. And
you think he's going to do better?
I think he might fuck around and win it. Like, no, like, I think it might be the opposite. I think he might fuck around and it might be the clear winner kind of
He's
thing.
the only one that's had a full year off since
Yeah.
the last Olympia. So that's not an outlandish thing to assume at all. I don't think.
Mm-mm. And we don't have to worry, the conditioning is probably going to fucking be there.
What I don't like is last year's, it wasn't bad, but last year's Olympia version was pretty underwhelming. It's not even on his Instagram. Imagine it not being. I mean, that's okay. Do you think, I'm going to pull this up. I talked to a friend today. Oh, where was it? Okay. Do you think, let me see if you can just watch the video as this. Do you think his lower lats are receding? Okay. You don't have to. Let me follow this up with a video or a photo comparison. It may be
because the issue is the last time we saw him at Olympia at what? Yeah.
So this is 9 weeks out from this year, 3 weeks out from last year, and then 3 weeks out from the Arnold of last year. 2 days out from the Arnold last year. Someone already beat me to it. You can see the lower back starting to atrophy. And the tricep is something to watch as well.
Yeah, man. It is so, because obviously it's weird ass lighting too in for the top image.
Do you think he'll be bigger this year? I think so. I think he's probably pushed a little more because he's had that full year off.
I mean, has to be for him. I think that if I'm, he has to be a little bigger.
He does have to be. You know what really bugs me about this as well? Take a look at the delts. Like, once you see him, okay, rear lat spread is crazy, per usual. I don't like how the lats are a little pointy, but I don't think that's necessarily his doing. His genetics, maybe. But take a look at these delts. And I get it, 9 weeks out. He won't. Okay. Oh, I don't even know if you can defend this. Why does he have? Why is the medial delt end at the brachialis? It's like it extends through the bicep and the tricep into the forearm. That's rough. You see that too, don't you? You don't even want to say anything about it.
I mean, yeah, it's just
that's rough.
And he's always had,
Yeah, to be fair, I guess you can say they've always looked like that.
They've always been questionable. They've always been very questionable. Shits do get pointy though.
They do. Okay. So I'm doing 2 comparisons. One will be out this week. With Nick and Hadi off or like lower powered from where they usually are. So I compared Nick from the 2025 New York Pro, where I thought he was like a lot worse than Pittsburgh, to be honest. That's just my opinion, but a lot worse because Pittsburgh was so good though. And then Hadi at the 2024 Olympia, which was again still a good version, but not the 2024 Arnold.
Dude, your last one was good. The Rolly.
Oh yeah, you like that?
Yeah, that was a good one.
But anyway, when they're both lower powered, I think Hadi definitely wins because Nick's. When I say lower powered, usually that's an indication because these guys aren't off condition wise. It's usually an indication of other problems, and for Nick, it's usually the stomach, like it was the New York Pro, even more than the Pittsburgh. So I said he can't. The thing with Nick, you can't give the judges an inch because, as we saw at the Pittsburgh, if you let that thing go once, it's over for you. It's completely, you're robbed of a $100,000 check.
And it felt like that's what they were waiting for. Not to say that's what they were waiting for, but it just felt like the amount of times they pushed them, it was like, all right, they're just waiting for someone to fade. And obviously the bigger guy is going to fade.
Right. So in the lower powered situation with Nick's stomach being bigger, it's going to be Hottie. But when they're both at their best, it's I think the shape gives it to Hottie, but it's actually pretty comparable. Nick is like he's a top. I gotta say it. Just tell me if you think this is outrageous. A top 20 bodybuilder of all time.
I don't think it's outrageous, dude.
No, I'm not saying like top 10, but I'm like maybe 20 to like 17th. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know somewhere
dude,
in
no,
there.
like, I think there's a lot of people who would agree with you, 100%. I don't think you're
But
off your take.
Hottie with his 2024 Arnold Classic physique is on that list as well. He's like
Yeah,
top 15. He's like
Yeah.
kind of like a Dexter Jackson, I think. He'd be around him.
yeah.
Like we're doing our series. If you took all these versions and placed them on stage, I think Hottie and Nick would beat like all but around 20 guys. So anyway, I'm picking Hottie on this. But I think he has more of a chance to move down this year than up. You disagree, but you're still picking with Hottie. Still going.
Yeah, I mean, I put it this way. I think he's the one that it will be exactly how you're saying. It's either going to be, oh shit, he's placing fourth, a clear fourth too.
Mm-hmm.
Not even, comparable to be in first to, oh shit, he just dog walked everybody.
Right.
That's
Okay.
that, you know what I mean?
Nick over Regan.
Yeah.
Nexilla over Jordan.
Yeah.
Derek over Akeem.
Yeah.
Okay. The old timers. You got to break this out. They go back and forth. I'm inclined to pick someone more consistent. That would be Bonac. Are we going with him?
Yeah.
I know you love Bonac.
If I'm betting, it's a better pick. Yeah.
Hottie over Nexilla.
Yeah.
Nick over Good Vito.
Of course.
Samson over Brett. Bonac over Vito.
Yeah.
Okay. Andrew over Regan.
Yeah.
Martin over Tonio. Although this is a matchup I have on my list. I think this is a decent one.
Matchup.
Nick over Akeem.
Yeah.
Derek over Nexilla. Yep. Okay, this is another matchup I have because they're both making their Olympia debuts, but I think these are the ones that are the most hyped.
This is a good one, yeah. I do like this one.
I think I have Nick.
Yeah.
Okay. We're at a quite a juicy one now.
It's a good one.
This is a good one. It pains me to say it because I'm literally the president of the Derek Haters Club, but I think he's going to place higher.
You do?
I do.
I want to hear your actual.
Look. I hate trying to justify like my choice because it's not my choice. It's what I think the judges are going to do.
They're gonna. Yeah.
Because the thing is, I can't justify that. If I were a judge, Derek would be like out of the top 5 for me, and I'm dead serious. Maybe at the Arnold, he should have won. Okay, but 2022 Olympia shouldn't have been second. 2023 shouldn't have been first. 2024 probably should have been fourth. And then at the Pittsburgh, he should have lost. Should have been second. So I mean, I hate to do it, but I do think he'll probably beat Hottie. Yeah, he'll probably beat Hottie. Probably.
Maybe you're telling me you think Derek's gonna win the whole thing
because you think Hottie's gonna be second.
No, I'm just because did we already have Derek versus Samson?
No, we had Nick versus Samson.
Okay, Nick. Okay. So you're picking Derek over Hottie. I think you're out of your own club.
Right. That's what the comments are going to be. Oh, Derek sucks. Hottie's going to win. Don't you understand? I get it. I understand it completely.
It's going to be the little squiggly lines. You got to stay you got to translate.
Look, yeah, exactly. Okay. Do you think if let's ask this question. Both of their best recent versions, 2024 Arnold Classic Hottie versus 2025 Derek. Who do you think? I've done this comparison before. I said Hottie.
You think Hottie?
Yeah.
And I think it's Derek.
It's close enough. Okay, then what are you complaining about?
I'm not complaining. No. I'm complaining because of Mr. Jeffrey Dripstein over here is getting off that horse, which I'm okay. I like the Swissiders, man. Our brains change. We're always growing. We're always changing. So
Right.
I like the Derek Love. I like the Derek Love
I
all of a
hate you
sudden.
so much. Okay, so who do you think is placing higher?
Derek.
Okay, then why did we go through that whole thing?
We're supposed to be talking about it.
Brandon versus Jordan.
Oh,
Brandon.
come on. Unless, yeah.
Got to pick Raph on this one. Okay. Samson over Akeem.
Yeah.
Andrew over Tonio. I don't think anything's going to happen there. Okay. Samson versus Hot. This is another. I think it's going to be Samson or Derek to win this year. Let me put that out there. That's my top two. So going off of that, I think Samson will place ahead of Hottie. But I mean, what I'd love to see is Hottie replicate his 2024 Arnold Classic package and win one more. I'd rather see that than Nick win, although that is my second favorite thing to win. And then of course he says to Bob something, I don't know. He has 8 weeks left to work on what he could say to Bob in this instance. But it's gonna be great. It's gonna be glorious if that happens.
Yeah.
But the way I see it right now is probably Hottie fourth, Hottie and Nick, and then Samson and Derek. They can flip around. I think you have it flipped.
So say yours. Your top from first to fourth.
I don't know if I can. Okay, if I had to bet money on it,
Yeah.
Samson, Derek,
Okay, I like it.
Hottie, Nick.
Samson, Derek, Hottie, Nick.
It from first to fourth. I don't, because I mean Derek's most recent updates, I just wasn't that impressed with them. Gotta be honest. Let me pull them up again. I mean, there are just some things. I think the problem is there's so much of a gap between what me and the judges think about Derek. It's unreal. Like Derek's back is great. Like, don't get me wrong, but like his chest is, I mean, doughy. The legs could either be weak to pitiful. The abs are non-existent in some places. Like he's even in a way, it's like Nick Walker is so min-maxed. Like the shape isn't that good, but everything else is maxed. But Derek is just minned everywhere except the back. He has like one Hail Mary, and that's it.
That side leg is getting a lot better too. I will say that. That's
okay,
coming up. Coming up. See, my fan prediction is like Samson, Nick, Derek, Hottie. But if I'm being smart, I know that they're probably not going to put Nick that high. But
I think third is probably his best. Again,
yeah.
Out of the two scenarios I want to see, Nick winning is one of them.
But I do think Derek's going to place in front of Hottie.
Yeah, that's what I have.
Yeah, I agree. I do think that Derek's going to place in front of Hottie.
So we both think Samson's going to place in front of Hottie as well.
Yes.
Then we're in agreement. Perfect. Yeah. Nick over Bonac.
Yeah.
That's already happened this season. Samson over Tonio. Rafa and Brett. This is on my list, I think. Pretty comparable. I would go with probably Rafa.
Yeah.
Just overall size, probably.
Yeah. More promising.
Samson over Brandon. Are you gonna do something crazy? Some people think Andrew can. They've been saying this for years, and it hasn't happened. But Andrew can win the Olympia. Can Andrew beat Derek?
Not right now.
Okay, perfect. I would agree. And the thing is, I'm only going to keep saying that for so much longer. Like, not right. Well, it's not his time yet. It's not his time yet. Okay, well, he's 40 years old. Let's get on it.
We're gonna keep that hope alive for a little bit longer.
Good veto over Regan? Question mark. Okay, pause.
Right on my list, they're right next to each other.
I just hate Regan so much.
I know you do. And you don't seem like you're that big of a fan of Good Veto either.
I'm putting Good Veto over someone. Over Regan.
On my list, I have Regan over Vito, but I do think that if I was betting, truly betting, I can see Good Vito placing above Regan.
Okay,
and I can see
enough for me.
Placing up. Yeah,
I have Regan over Jordan.
Regan, yeah.
Andrew over Rafa.
Sorry,
Hottie over Keem. Brandon over Regan.
Brandon, yeah.
Bonac over
Bonac.
Brett. This is interesting. At their last Olympia, Tonio actually placed higher on paper, but different lineups, of course. And then Brandon took a big swing up at the Arnold. But I mean, what are the chances he replicates that at his age?
Yeah, that's an issue. Obviously, being able to replicate it. And I granted, without all the stomach issues, whatever he was having at Olympia, I wish that didn't happen because I think we could have maybe seen a glimpse of it then, but we weren't able to. Like that improved, or not improved per se, but that a Brandon not on his way out, more so on, still climbing a little bit.
Yeah, it's not like he even necessarily improved a whole lot. It's just like the peak was so drastically different. He actually came in condition for once.
Yeah. The lower legs actually, the legs actually had a, you see
I'm
something.
still picking Brandon, but I think they could be pretty close. Because Tonio was close with Bonac at the Dubai Pro. I had Tonio over Bonac. And Bonac and Brandon, as we know, are mortal enemies.
I hated that show.
Oh, really? You have
not to sound
with,
because
Bader
I felt
Bodai?
like it was just when I looking at it, I just thought granted, I understand you could shake up that whole top four, but I just thought Tonio looked really impressive, man.
We haven't talked about him. We haven't talked about him yet.
Yeah, Tonio deserves it, man.
Yeah,
I'm a big fan of Tonio Burton. So,
oh yeah,
100%, man. A little compact, like a little lowrider pit bull. That's what he reminds me of. A little lowrider pit.
Okay, that's interesting. That's an interesting comparison. I've never heard that
before. You got a compact physique, very compact.
Yeah.
This is like if there was the Optimus Prime of jailhouse physiques, this is it. Paul.
Yeah, we were talking about movies the other day. I got to tell you something. There has never been better CGI than 2007 Transformers.
Wait, the one with
what do you Shia LaBeouf and Shia LaBeouf and Megan Fox?
You think there's no better CGI than that one?
Name me a better movie.
I mean, goodness, I'm not that much of a movie nerd. You know what I mean? You shitted on my Ong Bag too.
that stupid Jap movie.
It was tight, you asshole. The stupid Jap movie.
I'm not watching these little Chinamen running around all day.
You tell me it's better? Is better than The Thing?
No, The Thing is legit one of the best movies I've ever seen. Certainly the best horror movie I've ever seen. I don't think you can get better. Anyway, speaking of horror movies, let's talk about The Predator. And not me. No. Antonio Burton.
Dude, that was actually pretty good. I'm actually impressed that what you just did there. The
little turnaround?
That was impressive. Yeah, I'm upset that I didn't think about that. That was impressive.
Yeah. I'm often very good with the turnaround. A lot of people don't see it coming. But anyway, who's the matchup? Oh, it's Tonio versus Brandon. I mean, very good. Very good. I think it really can go to either of them, but I think Brandon just has more of that overall the more brute like physique. He has more overall mass, I guess you could say, but I don't know. It's pretty close. I mean, Tonio is going to be probably more conditioned unless Brandon can replicate that, but that is a big if.
Yeah.
So we'll go with Brandon for now, but yeah. Andrew over Bonac?
Yes. If I'm betting, I'm putting Andrew over Bonac.
Bro, you would rather have Bonac go ahead of Andrew in your own little
God, no. I like Bonac, but I mean, who's the best to me?
Bro, I think you know the reason you blurred your background, you were hiding a Bonac poster. I saw that.
I know you did.
Okay. Audio or Vito?
Freddy's Bonac.
Yeah, you're in your Freddy Fazbear's playroom or whatever. Martin over Nexilla.
Yeah.
I have Akeem over Jordan.
Akeem, come on. Yeah.
Okay.
Gotta get off that line.
Martin over Regan. Samson over Nexilla. Muscle Discord would disagree. Okay.
Not his time
Um,
yet. It's not his time.
hear me out. Hear me out. If Martin actually like peaks for once, like if he brings 2024 Mr. Olympia look, he can beat Derek. Why do I say that? Because people were saying that last year.
Yeah, yeah. Dude, Martin
So
got like the most sleeper physique, like sleeper on stage build. Like it when he like even him whenever it was the New York was it 2023 New York Pro when him
2024.
and Nick Walker were going back and forth. And
Yeah.
it's just yeah, man, it's such a you don't see his physique coming, man. Like it's a
Oh, I see
crazy
it coming.
impressive. I
Here
know you
was this was 6 weeks ago, so it was quite a bit ago. But this was this is probably like I'm not gonna ever say natural, but like the closest to it that he'd probably get because this is between the Pittsburgh and then like the turnaround for the prep for the Olympia. So this is probably as like natural as he's going to look. What do you think about this? This was 6 weeks ago. Keep that in mind.
I mean, it's an incredible look, man. Look at even the legs, the fact from the quads really holding on to that size. This is just to me, it's he's somebody who can shake, but I still think people are respecting him. They're putting him high on their list because of how great he did in the sense of he could have topped Paul's Derek at that last showing, the Olympia showing.
Right.
But obviously, the last time we saw Martin, it was not the best,
It
and he
was a
knows that.
muddy mess.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
So
so I gotta say this. The reason I glaze Martin so much is because I do believe he is the most ideal Mr. Olympia in this current time. Everyone's so obsessed. The judges are currently obsessed with, oh, we got to have a well-rounded guy. But yeah, if there's a well-rounded guy with better shape, he automatically wins over everything else.
yeah,
Okay. Well, Martin has good shape. He is the most complete guy that still has shape. Nick is the most complete guy, but he doesn't have the shape. So Martin is complete and well-rounded because he still also brings good condition and overall size.
yeah.
If he can just improve a little bit and actually peak like he did at the Olympia, tell me why he's not Mr. Olympia.
Couldn't.
Because Samson has a slightly smaller waist? Okay, well, Samson's condition sucks. Because because I don't know, because Derek has a slightly smaller waist. Well, 75% of Derek's body is not even top 5. So to me, when you have Martin scores 8s across the board, whether it's I individual muscle groups, glutes, hams, back, calves,
Yeah,
everything but maybe arms, that's maybe like a 6 out of 10. But other than
yeah,
that,
yeah,
and then condition, also a very good 8 out of 10. It probably closer to a 9. Martin has had pretty good condition.
yeah.
Um, shape,
Especially that
probably about a
Olympia.
7. Again, it's just when he could be on and just a little bit better, I really do think he should be in contention, be contending for the Mr. Olympia. This is why I glaze Martin, and the fact that he did diddle me behind the backstage of the Texas Pro, but that's neither here nor there. I'm trying not to be biased. The physique does the talking.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure.
Right. It did all the talking.
Exactly.
Was
He
this
just
at
kept it
the
silent.
Okay, that's at Pittsburgh.
No,
Um, it was an all right package, but I mean,
yeah, nowhere near his best, dude. I mean, it
no,
wasn't.
no.
It sucks because it will. At that show live, it was sadly an afterthought, and he should never be that, but he was. He was an afterthought there. He wasn't even like it wasn't. It wasn't on the same level, and he is on the same level as those other gentlemen. So
Well, I just wanted to discuss Martin. Unfortunately, I am going to probably pick Derek unless you have
Derek, yeah, no,
something
no,
else to say.
no,
But
Derek, man, yeah,
Martin, that he's my third scenario. First scenario, Hottie comes out like the 2024 Arnold, beats everyone. Second scenario, I'd like to see Nick Walker shuts Bob Ciccarello down on stage. Third, is Martin finally
Martin.
getting the due. But yeah, Derek right now. Um, I think Brandon almost beat Andrew at the Arnold Classic. Not a hot take, I don't think, but
No,
I have Andrew at the
yeah,
Olympia.
same, same.
Martin over Jordan. Tonio over a good Vito because that's how it's been in the past.
Yeah, yeah, Tonio, yeah.
Um, Raphael over Jordan.
100%. Yeah, not 100%, but 100% my answer.
Martin over Brandon.
Yeah,
Samson over Bonek.
Samson.
Nick over Andrew. Are you one of these
Nick,
shape
yeah.
guys? Okay.
Yeah, Nick.
Hottie over Martin.
Hottie over Martin.
Pains me.
Yeah.
I have Akeem over Regan. I know you probably will too. I know you're screaming for Akeem.
Really?
Derek over Bonek. Bonek over Regan.
Yeah.
Martin over Andrew. Do you disagree?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Why?
Just going off the past, man.
Going off the past. What?
Just going off the past. I think that we saw with them head to head. I think, to me personally, I just feel like, don't get me wrong, Martin could easily place 2 places in front of Andrew.
Oh,
yeah, 100%. Depending on how everything shapes out, Martin could be, Martin come in and place 3rd, Derek could be 4th, Andrew could be 5th. Not saying that could happen, or throw Hottie in that 4th. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of things that could. Say it again.
I think I have this matchup on my list. Should I put it on my list? To me, it's just so obvious.
It makes it, dude. Like, especially when was it at Texas where it was?
You mean that show 3 years ago? Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. It makes sense to continue to have them be like a little nice rivalry, man.
I think Martin beats Andrew more often than not. Look, an off Martin is still more conditioned than Andrew, but an off Martin usually means he's not even off necessarily condition wise. That's not the biggest problem. The biggest problem is that he starts sweating up a storm.
Yeah. I want to give you, I think, put it this way, this one's 2, and if we're going off most recent history, Martin. You know what I mean?
Perfect. I'll take it.
Yeah. I'm with you. Like I said, that's come on.
Nick over Rafa. Samson over Andrew?
100%. Yeah.
100%. That's not true. Derek over
100%. Yeah, that's such a fucking contradict. Like, it's so stupid to say.
The Brazilians?
I mean, 90% Hafa.
Hold on. Give me a second.
Yeah, you're good. Over here, I wanted to show you the awesome picture I chose. I think it's Dylan's best picture, by the way. This is,
what was I saying? Or what were you saying?
Fuck if I know.
Okay. Oh, Rafa versus Good Vito. I picked Rafa.
Yeah.
Okay. Samson versus Jordan. Samson.
That's a tough one.
100%.
I'll load the top 4.
100%. I have Neck over Regan.
You say you want Neck from Regan?
Yes. He has that large gay following. Doesn't he have his eyebrow pierced?
Does he?
Let me take a look.
I want to move to Canada, man. I just feel like Canadians are just
queer.
No.
I thought he had his. No, he just does he was doing a cut in his eyebrow.
A little cut, yeah, the little Jason Momoa, a little slice in there.
What a nice family. Yo, why is she groping that baby? Okay, we got to get off the podcast quick because this is taking a turn for the best. Anyway, I have Nexilla from over Regan.
Yeah.
What was that? That sounded like a Wendigo. It was like a screech. I thought it was tires. I don't know if that picked up, but I was like, what is that sound? Man. Okay.
Battle of the Mutants right here.
For real. Neck under Nick. I did this comparison already.
Hunter Nick?
Excuse me?
You said Hunter Nick?
Nick over Neck.
Oh, Nick over Neck. Yeah, Nick over Neck, of course.
Okay. Hottie over Brandon.
He's
Tony over Rafa. It comes down to look, I got to be honest. Let's talk a little bit about Rafa because I have something to say. Rafa, what's the one thing he needs the most, Marcus?
I mean, come on, man. When he turns around, that's
okay. Let's be a little more broad. He needs that size. He needs that. He's not that. He has a great structure.
Yeah, structurally, yeah. But
and he's
both
made
these gentlemen have great structures.
Like from 2022, his first Olympia, to the Arnold in 2024, like that about a year full off season, he made some good progress. Like,
yeah,
I think he was up like 20 pounds of stage weight, which is insane. But he needs more. It's
yeah.
it's
He
just
has
it
that
is what it
similar
is.
issue with like Regan, to where he can kind of look a little lanky.
And on the Arnold stage, I mean, on the Arnold stage, he was getting there. You know,
Yeah,
he doesn't have the best quality, especially next to Hottie, right? Like
yeah.
Hottie sticks out. I mean, it's crazy. But
Oh,
I
look at
mean,
Samson though. Look at Samson.
I kind of like Rafa. I don't know if I like him more. I don't know if he wins. I don't know if I'd put him ahead, but I like him more.
He deserves to be there, 100%.
Right. But the thing is, he needs more size. Okay. He got a little sick in the off season.
Could that hurt him?
Oh, he stopped his prep.
Yeah.
He stopped his prep for this. Okay. 19 weeks out, 130 kilograms. What is that? That's just like under 200, isn't it?
No,
I mean, under
isn't it?
300. Under 300.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
That's
That's
286.
like, yeah. That's.
Okay.
Is he like what, 5'10", 5'9"?
5'10", 5'11", I think.
5'10", 5'11". Okay.
Yeah. So here's the problem. At that height, with this wide structure, with these good proportions, I mean, I think he has a little room to grow into his show because he's a younger guy. I think that's certainly a possibility. But I
Yeah.
mean, already starting at 286, that's rough. That he'll basically be the same as last year is what I'm going to say.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So, but last year at the 2024 Arnold Brazil, he did beat Tonio. It was enough to beat Tonio. But Tonio got better this year. And if the judges keep seeing the same thing from Rafa, are they going to be like, yeah, we got to send you a message that we want more size? And we're going to do that by putting ahead a more complete, more quality physique ahead of you that you could beat if you had more size. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, so you're putting Rafa over Tonio. I
I
mean,
don't
Tonio over
know.
Tonio over
I
Rafa. I'm
don't.
sorry.
I could really go either way. What do you think?
That's the issue. Yeah. Well, to me personally, I would lean towards Rafael. I would lean towards him.
Is that
Um,
I agree. I think we
like
both like him more, but is that the correct choice?
I think
I
so. I
don't.
mean,
I don't know. I really don't. I don't think so. Honestly, the more I think about it,
you think Tonio over him?
I really do like Rafa. So it's kind of hard. You know, we'll go with Rafa. We'll go with Rafa. I love that guy. He can get it. He can get it for
The
sure.
issue is
Tonio versus Brett.
Tonio.
Pretty good matchup. This is one I'm very excited to do.
It'll be yeah.
I have
It'll be
Tonio.
good, but yeah, leaning
Well, we
towards.
got to pick the known quantity at first. Tonio over Bonac. I think at the Olympia, when Bonac's business partner isn't on the judging panel, it's going to be Tonio.
Okay.
Do you disagree? Bonac has beat him before. How much do you disagree? 100%.
Put it like this. Like, I feel like
Yo,
man, I
what's
don't.
that sound?
I know, dude. I think somebody got loose. I think somebody got loose.
Oh
We got the
man.
guard dogs at him. It's okay. We got the guard dogs
Okay.
are there. They're gonna bring him back.
Wow, Trump is coming to arrest us immediately. Did you tell him we have video of him diddling the kids?
I know. Right? We know what you did with that peanut butter jar.
Did you tell him I'm sending an Israeli drone to assassinate him immediately? I don't know. I'll have to blur that out. I think I'll have to blur that out, or I'm going to get like abducted by the CIA. But to be fair, I do work for them.
Okay.
Close partnership with this and Mossad. But anyway, how much do you have Bonac here over Tonio?
A good bit. Like I don't.
A good bit.
Yeah, man. I don't think Tonio's beating Bonac this year. I don't think he's
okay. Whatever. Okay, Brandon over Vito, Martin over Vito.
Yep.
Bonac over Jordan.
Yep.
Derek over Brandon.
Yeah.
I did this comparison, not out yet. I won't spoil the outcome, so you can take your pick here.
Fucker. I think Brandao personally is can place over Regan. Um,
Bonac over Akeem. I mean, you got to make a tough decision here. These guys
dude,
apparently just toss you around.
right.
They just pass you back and forth.
On my list, I have them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They are my 8th and 9th.
Okay, Bonac can be in the top 10. Akeem will probably not be in the top 10.
All right, well, we'll go with that. That's a safer bet, and you're working with them, so we got it.
Nick over Jordan. Nexzilla over Brett. Any dispute? Okay.
No.
Uh.
Oh, get out of here.
Okay, fine.
Watch Brett just fucking demolish him.
He might. Like I said, unknown quantity. Hottie over Brett. Hottie over Tonio.
Or you can make that argument for Tonio.
We already talked about how Martin could be Mr. Olympia, but we got to pick Samson.
Yeah. Slow one.
Rafa versus Akeem. I know who I'm picking.
You're picking Brandao, aren't you?
Yes.
Okay, we can go with that one. That's fine.
Oh, we will.
We can go with it.
I kind of have Nexzilla over Rafa because Rafa really isn't delivering the punch he needs to on the conditioning front against Nexzilla.
Yeah. I have on my list, I haven't placed him in front of him by 1.
I have Brandon over Rafa.
Hopefully? Okay.
Martin over Bonac.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, good. This is weird. Completely opposite physiques. Tonio beat him at Dubai. But here's the thing. They're not going to get one-on-one comparisons. This is another thing we can kind of use as a tiebreaker, even though we're boiling it down to one-on-one comparisons. In a full lineup, does Nexzilla stand out in a better way, and does Tonio kind of get lost?
To me, it really depends on the conditioning of both those. I think for this specific show, for this situation, and exactly how you're saying, it's not going to be these lesser call-outs. It's going to be 6+ guys up there at a time.
Especially because they'll be in the second or third call-out, depending on how many guys are in the first one. So, which will be larger call-outs, and the condition in those call-outs already isn't that good. So, if Tonio's already getting lost in the mix, the conditioning can't really shine through. I gotta write a book, an ebook called Call Out Theory, and about how your placing is really kind of determined on who you're standing next to, and vice versa. I have to write this book.
Agree.
It's a brand new revolutionary theory in my bodybuilding college course called the theory. What did I call it? The theory of the call out, or the call out theory. I got to write this book, but I have Nexzilla here.
I agree. Yeah.
Okay. This is like the matchup, at least on my list.
Here we go.
I want to say at the beginning of the year, Mark and I were talking on it may be on the record actually on one of these podcasts. He said this, and I was a little apprehensive to it, but then I came around to it. He said Samson would lose he won the Olympia. Well, he didn't predict that, I don't think. But he said now that Samson's won the Olympia, he'll lose the Arnold, but win the next Olympia.
It's a good take. 100%. And I think that's going to happen. Like, if I'm betting, my real prediction is Samson. I think Samson wins. And I especially over Derek. And that's not to say take anything away from Derek. I just think that Samson's the man who's going to win this year, I think. It's truly I'm leaning towards that, man. I can almost see put it like this. To me, as long as he comes with a very similar condition from last year, and if a little better, I think that with the overall shape and everything that Samson has, and I think the progression he will have, it will be better than a Derek.
Okay. I agree with you. Like, if we're going like this route of, we have to have a well-rounded physique, and shape comes first, though.
Yeah.
I think Samson probably takes it. But, like, if they want to lean more into the bodybuilding aspects, Arnold Classic Derek on a bodybuilding front probably beats Olympia Samson from last year. But I'd probably still predict Samson to win over that because I don't think that's what they're going for currently.
Yeah.
Because, okay, and then also here's a interesting food for thought. Samson wasn't like that off at the Arnold versus the the Olympia, but Derek got a little better at the same time. But the outcome was flipped completely. So it really is hanging on by a thread here. We're walking the tightrope.
Yeah. I mean, you like put it this way: there's no wrong answer here at all.
I hate Derek though. we cannot forget that. We cannot forget that. I'm picking Samson.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm 100%. I would
100%, eh?
100%. That's my thing, man. 100% on everything.
Nick over Brett.
Nick.
Brandon over
Brandon.
Nexzilla over Akeem.
We're gonna disagree here.
How much? 100%? Or like 20%?
I think we are. I think it's gonna be a put it like this. It's so weird because you don't have Akeem even place. You think Akeem might not even place in the top 12, right? You kind of had him.
I think they have to put a Nexzilla top 12. No one else looks like that. They have to. They have to put him probably higher than he deserves, even if his condition is not that good.
Yeah, man. I'm just gonna have to disagree for this one.
Okay. What do you suppose we do about it?
It's your show.
You're right.
Nexzilla. Because I get it. And I also think that I'm kind of like
retarded.
I see a little bias towards Akeem. The same bias that I've heard. I smelt it towards some of your fellas there. Tonio's the same. I have a bias towards Tonio too. I think that, but it's not so much a bias. It's more so we see them having a bright future.
The reason you don't like what happened at the Dubai Pro is, I heard you worked overtime to even get Tonio into third. I saw what you were doing with the judges.
Yeah, I mean, dude, when I tell you to get over to Dubai, it's just,
right. Okay. Okay. You got the last one. You got the last one. I picked Nexzilla over Akeem. You can have this one. Bonac over Nexzilla.
Yeah, Bonac. Yeah.
Samson over Regan.
Samson.
Derek over Tonio.
Derek.
Hottie over Andrew, unless you say something weird.
Hottie.
Okay. Brett over Andrew.
Unless you say something weird.
Andrew. I have Tonio over Regan.
I can dig it. 100%. I can dig it. It's fine. That's fine.
Brandon over Brett. This is the one I was talking about. I have Akeem.
Okay, good.
How was Akeem just not an upgraded good veto?
Yeah, we're on the same page.
Perfect. And the last
100%.
one, I'm so glad it's an Akeem comparison because that boy sucks. All right. Here is our current 8-week out prediction. So we'll just go bottom to top. Jordan, Brett, Regan, Vito, Akeem, Tonio Rafa, Nexzilla, Brandon, Bonac, Andrew, Martin, Nick, Hottie, Derek, Samson. I gotta be honest, this thing always surprises me with how well it matches up with my internal feelings. But this one, I don't know if I disagree with any one of the placings.
It's not bad.
I think the only one I may switch is this 11th through 9th place.
What about 12?
Okay, we can group him in there. I can group him in there.
I'm fucking around.
No, I could.
Yeah, that is going to be the little area that's going to probably have all the shakeup in it.
Yeah, I gave your little area a shakeup.
You can tell how blurry it is.
Okay. Tell me something you disagree with on this.
All right. From 16, agree. I agree. Reagan could, good veto 13. Akeem, I disagree with Akeem. Not gonna lie, I do. I think
you want him higher.
Yeah. I mean, I can see Akeem being in front of Tonio and Brandao.
That's ridiculous. No, I understand. And
Nexzilla. I'll say Nexzilla too.
And Nexzilla. This is
Brandon's pushing it. I will say Brandon.
Yeah, bro. Okay.
Brandon is pushing it.
Let's take a look at this Kool-Aid you're drinking. You have Akeem pushing Brandon. What are we talking about?
What purple drink are you drinking over there?
Okay, but to be fair, Akeem almost did beat Brandon last year.
Literally, what was a place apart kind of thing?
Yeah, but we don't know what Brandon will get this year. But at this particular show. Yeah. I don't think I mean, like, I think Jordan being last is a little iffy, but I mean, like, is it though? Like,
Yeah, no, it's not
because
far-fetched at all.
he has to be close to Brett, and he has to be close to Regan, and he has to be close to Vito. So those four,
It's dope how that worked. Because yeah, that's what we kind of been saying all the way along. Like,
right.
especially with those guys. Yeah.
Like we kept saying that, but we couldn't really put it to a solid ranking. We're like, well, this guy beats this, maybe this scenario,
Yeah.
But this
Yeah.
kind of did it for us. I legit don't think I'd change anything. Right now, this is exactly how I feel.
Oh man. Yeah. So just going out to predictions, because man, well, I can see Nick being higher than that. I will say that. But I understand it has to
Not
go
much higher.
No, I think that you know, like I
Okay.
said, the issue is we just saw him beat Derek. That's the weird thing. That's the hardest
And
thing.
yeah, we did see that, but that's not what happened.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. But that's what I'm saying is looking at it, like trying to take that away, that bias and thought. It's what you want to see compared to what will probably happen. I think that's one big thing that people watching this have to fucking understand is that it's not, this is called, hey, if I'm betting all my fucking money in my bank on this
Okay.
is what I think is going to happen.
Well, then
And
let's
granted,
provide
Samson
something different. What would be your ideal top 5?
okay. So ideal top 5 would be Samson and Nick interchangeable for top.
Okay.
Okay. Then I got Derek,
Okay.
Hottie, Andrew.
Okay.
I'm sadly not having Martin in there, but that is my.
I'll give you my top 5. Like, assuming they're all like best versions, right? Hottie, Martin, Nick. Oh, this is in descending order. Hottie, Martin, Nick, Samson, Derek. Oh man, that's just like those are my 3 scenarios. The top 3. Nick could win. I'd love to see that. Just for the simple fact, I want to see Bob so uncomfortable. I'd love to.
Best.
Now that I think about it, that's probably like the number 1 scenario I want to happen.
And he'd MC his way out of that one so nicely too.
Well, the thing. Nick will probably be the people's champ regardless.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Bob will have to talk to him.
Yeah, and there will be some, and hopefully, to me personally, at this point, all bullshit aside, Nick should go up there and talk his shit.
Agreed.
100%.
I mean, Bob was saying, like, I was hating on Nick a little bit, but like I'd be like, oh, he's like, he won't win the Olympia, but he'll be like around 5. Okay, he'll be around 5 or 6, but I would never say he's going to be like outside of the top 8, like Bob was saying. That is just completely, at that point, it's disrespect.
Yeah. It goes beyond, and granted, it's great for clicks, but it kind of goes beyond bodybuilding, especially like the place where you're, like, where you're standing at. It's kind of
right.
So, but it's great. Hey, if we're looking at this shit like WWE, it's great, and Nick can go cut his fucking promo mid stage.
Yeah. But then the other 2 scenarios are, Martin gets his first Olympia, and then Hottie comes back and wins non-consecutive titles. And then, of course, best part about it, Derek's in 5th. So that's my ideal top 5. First Hottie, 2nd Martin, 3 Nick, 4th Samson, 5th Derek. Your ideal top 5 in descending order: Nick or Samson, 2nd Nick or Samson, Derek, Hottie, Andrew.
Yeah.
Oh, don't forget Akeem. You got to put Akeem top 1.
Akeem's in that 7th spot.
I see.
Akeem's right by Brandon. Just get it in. Martin's in front of them.
I really am just like so surprised how I use this one for big shows all the time. I used it for the Arnold earlier. I think I used it for Pittsburgh maybe. I use it every Olympia. This is the most accurate I've seen it. I don't think, let me say, not how I think it's going to go, because not how I know it's going to go, because I don't know that, because the results are 8 weeks away. But with how I feel internally, this is exactly the way I'd configure the list if I could just look at it. It does look legit.
It looks legit.
I'm very proud of this.
Yeah. Granted, you could take, obviously there's a 1 and 2 could shift in the sense of just however the fucking cookie crumbles, but
right,
that shit looks legit.
Right, like out of like, there's any some people like pick some outlandish things, like my buddy EP09 picking Carlos Thomas Jr. in third. There isn't anything outlandish on here. You know,
No.
like there are some hard cuts, but every Olympia has hard cuts. Like someone's going to have to be fifth. Maybe Nick is in fourth, despite everyone wanting him to win. Maybe Samson wins over Derek. There are just some things that have to happen.
Yeah.
Someone's going to be
Yeah.
first. Someone's going to be 16th. But this is just realistic.
Yeah, and it's not far-fetched to say that the top 3 people at this Olympia are people who literally won the past 3 Olympias.
It's been the same top 3. Well, the same mix of the top 3 for.
Yeah.
If this happens, it would be for what, 3 years in a row?
Yeah, I mean, all these guys, like literally, it's 3 Olympia winners right there.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that was good.
I'm gonna have this shit for all my life decisions.
Yeah, you should.
Red Robin, Olive Garden.
I've never been to a Red Robin.
Really?
No, never in my life.
I quite like how.
I don't know. I live in the Midwest too, and I think they're more popular around here.
Oh yeah, I mean, you would think.
You would think.
You would really think.
You would in fact think that. But I think there's one close to me in like an hour or two away.
You got to get the Monster Burger. You got to get the Nextzilla Burger.
Oh, is that what they serve there? Monster burgers?
They have a Monster Burger, yeah. Got to get it with American cheese though. Cheddar cheese tastes like shit for some reason.
American cheese is the best for burgers. Because it's not even like actual cheese.
The crazy shit is I go there and I get the cheapest burger because it tastes better. Explain that shit to me. It's the cheapest, like the fucking Haystack double or some shit. Oh. You know, the Red's Tavern. Shout out to Red Robin.
You know what I want to try? Freddy's.
The fuck is Freddy's?
Okay, whatever. Well, we're done anyway. Okay, well, Marcus, or excuse me, Giz Maxwell.
Giz Maxwell, baby.
Giz Maxwell, yeah. This has been Giz Maxwell and Jeffrey Dripstein. I can't even say the names. Giz Maxwell and Jeffrey Dripstein delivering you.
Jeffrey Dripstein. Let out it. Say it.
Okay, well, that's been our 8 weeks out predictions. Let us know your predictions down in the comments, and let us know how we did. Grade our predictions. Give us a nice letter grade. I think those are, I mean, realistically, S tier. The only S tier is if you get it right. But I mean, what are the odds of that? So I would give this an A+.
Yeah.
For not knowing too much, 8 weeks out, this is an A+. This is an A+. Things are still fuzzy, but we're getting some clarity as we go in. And now that we're going to start the Olympia series, well, I'm going to start the Olympia series. You're not going to do anything. Actually, no, you'll be on it. You'll be on it. We'll get together for some videos. But of course, if you want to stay up to date on those videos, you got to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Make sure you like the video as well. But anyway, Marcus or Giz Gaines, anything you want to say?
Man, let us know in the comments. You know, what the fuck is your top 10?
Bro.
Top 5. You know what I mean? Let us know.
Aggressive.
I'm gonna go in the comments and I'm just gonna argue with everybody. Or I'm gonna be like, yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you. 100%.
100%. Well, anyway, make sure you head over to the Muscle Maturity podcast because that's what Marcus has going on over there.
Yes, sir.
Yep. Love it. Make sure you subscribe so you stay up to date to this podcast, all my future videos.
Know my @ name, so sorry.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's a dot or a dash or what, so just
amateur. Anyway, hit the like button on this video. Leave your predictions down in the comments. Grade ours. Subscribe to the channel, and I will see you all in the next video.
Peace.